This is Wilmington, a blend of the old and new, a city rich in culture and history, communities full of amazing architecture and distinct characteristics. Come take a look at the uniqueness of diverse neighborhoods and revitalized areas in Wilmington.
You could think of Better Block projects as pilot projects or demonstration projects. And what the model does is it allows planners to use cities as laboratories and to test out ideas on the ground before implementing it large scale. Better Block Wilmington came together when a couple of students and myself decided to partner with Westside Grows Together, the city of Wilmington, Del Dot, to bring this Better Block model to one city block in Wilmington. In trying to find a location to implement this project, we were looking for a space that had potential but was underutilized. We were also looking to pick a block that had some sort of public opinion that had already coalesced behind a future vision for that particular block. It so happens Westside Grows Together has a plan for the west side of the city. And this plan has goals for Union Street to be a pedestrian, more walkable street, and that made sense to implement Better Block in a block of Union Street. Union Street has 3 lanes of traffic, and it has parking on both sides. And if you look at the structure of the street is really wide, and the buildings are fairly short, so that does not necessarily give you the feeling of a pedestrian-oriented space. So what we wanted to do was cut down the width of the street. So we took off essentially 1 lane of traffic. We took off the parking on both sides and made it diagonal parking. The literature shows that if you have diagonal parking, the oncoming traffic slows down tremendously as people are waiting for folks backing out to back out safely onto the roadway. We added a couple of crosswalks. We added art. We added vegetation, so a lot of planters and plants and greenery. We extended cafe-style seating all the way out onto the street, so the 1 lane that was taken off from circulation essentially became an extension of the sidewalk where we had tables in place for people to sit. We had a little petting zoo, so we were welcoming of all age groups, if you will, for that 1 block for those 3 days when the project was in session. We had musicians come in and perform. We had a dance group come in and perform. The goal was to have people discover our Better Block project spontaneously as they're driving through, etc. But then we also wanted people to plan to come to the project itself. So we wanted activities for kids to do. We wanted performances, etc. But we also wanted to create a vibrant, lively scene that will halt anyone who's passing through.
You also had a bike lane.
We also had a bike lane, yes. So we wanted a diversity of transportation options as well. So if you think of all of these changes, our goal was to convert Union Street from being a thoroughfare that takes people out of the city to suburban shopping options to more of a commercial destination that was available for many different types of people to use, where people could do many types of activities while they were here. You could sit down, have a cup of coffee, you could people watch, you could walk your dog, you could meet friends, you could watch musicians perform, you could watch a dance performance, you could bring your kids. And that's the characteristic of a good functioning public space, is to have many things for people to do.
How long did it last?
It lasted 3 days. We were rained out 1 day, so essentially became a 2-day event, but it was planned for 3 days.
Will this continue into the future?
The plan definitely is to keep it going. Maybe it'll be Union Street, maybe it'll be other locations in the city. It does not have to be 1 block. You can expand it to multiple blocks. But the goal always is to make people feel part of the changes. It's very difficult for folks to just look at policies on paper and envision what that would look like in reality. And this kind of a project allows people the ability to visualize and experience some of those policies in action.
What was the impact to the neighborhood?
The impact was tremendous. We had more than 100 people show up on both days. If you think of the West Side, it's geographically, it is a fantastic location. It's close to Trolley, you can walk to downtown, but Union borders this neighborhood. We have a very young neighborhood, a lot of youth in this neighborhood, and the best kind of neighborhood is one that offers safe spaces for our youth to walk about. And for that to truly materialize, you need destinations for people to walk to. So if Union could be a commercial hub that's welcoming of all age groups, then surely there'll be more people out on the streets, and that will alter the perception of safety and all of those things. It'll be a snowball effect. So the neighborhood was able to see some of that, and I think it was a success.